Darting
25.
ding-dong between Ryan Searle and Dave Chisnall, two players who've shone throughout the day, particularly in the case of Searle, who averaged 99 in his opening round win against Connor Scott. He's averaged well over a ton in each of his 4 games since, culminating in a 105.73 average against Mike Kivenhoven. He was dragged to a last leg decider. Dave Chisnall has averaged over a ton in 3 of his 5 games. These are 2 of the biggest maximum hitters on planet darts. So Glenn Durrant, we're expecting an absolute cracker.
Yes, we were just talking off air there what the potential of this game is, and there's not much to separate. The consistency's been with Ryan Searle today. That's a staggering statistic to say. He's averaged, albeit 99.9 in the first game, but average 55. Sort of over 100. I mean, that is a fantastic achievement to do. So like I said, he'll be feeling that today's the day for him, but of course he's playing someone in Chizzy who's averaged over 104 in 3 of his 5 matches today, and we all know if Chizzy gets them going, he's a tough ask for anybody to beat. So this 80. Has put all this in the mixing bowl and has all the ingredients to just be a fantastic match.
Well, Ryan Searle is looking to become the first multiple Players' Championship winner of the season, and to say we're only in the 4th one, that is some achievement when you consider the standard of opposition he has to face against. Defeated Jamie Hughes last Saturday to take the first title of the season. Chizzy won one of these last year. He also won the Belgian Darts Open on the Euro Tour. But it is Ryan Searle who's made a much stronger start to this game. Chizzy only with 2-4-3 left after 12 darts. And that's an unfortunate bounce out. So Ryan Searle, double 6 needed for a 13-darter.
Yes, it was all about that setup play, that 1-7-1. That leads it there. And sometimes if you ever wonder if Ryan stands there a second, his eyesight is absolutely shocking. That and the fact he's throwing 32-gram bombers, you would think he's got absolutely no chance, but it's what works for him, and he's come a long way. I first come across Ryan when I played him in the final, or the semi-final of the Gold Cup, in front of about 60. 5 people, and we had a real fantastic game, and I just think he's been one of them players. He's just on the floor. He's absolutely reminds me of Damon Heta. Once he transfers that to the TV stage, he's going to be one dangerous individual.
Well, he was 1 dart away from winning the Players' Championship finals 60. Back in 2021. He missed double 12, and then he set up to have double 12, and then Peter Wright broke his heart with a finish 60. Of 62 in that one. Dave Chisnall as well, possibly the best ever darts player to have never won a major event. His current resume is littered with runner-up. 2023 is the year that he wants to try and change that. So it's players who have a lot to prove still on the television, but on the floor, both of these guys have been absolutely outstanding. Ryan Searle has defeated Connor Scott, Graham Hall, James Wade, and the Dutch duo of Jeffrey Sparadans and Mike Kivenhoven to get to this stage. And Searle is looking to double his advantage on his own throw. The 18s.
54.
Yes, and he just goes short on there, but maybe the fact that Michael Smith had all the success will just maybe say to Chizzy, I might have been the bridesmaid
50
many times, but there's still opportunities out there and take inspiration for someone like Michael Smith. But right now it's all about Ryan Searle on his favourite tops. He's very rarely misses that. That's his go-to double. And within a blink of an eye, Ryan Searle is 2-0 up, and Chizzy needs to get his act together very quickly, because Ryan Searle is a wonderful front runner.
Yeah, there aren't too many players who are so synonymous with one double, but Ryan Searle and tops just goes together. It all works. Dave Chisnall lands a maximum, taking a bit of time for him to get going, and Ryan Searle looks to instantly respond. Slightly dips below the treble 20 bed.
Yeah, both of them are very extended arm to bring back. With Chizzy, it's all rhythm, but 96. If you're going to get these 32-gram darts, you're going to have to start right where he is and watch how far he brings. And that's the momentum of that arm coming back. And then there's the beautiful pace of the 2 that just follow after that. So you can see there's that slightly delay on the first dart. Same as Chizzy, the first dart, straight back with the second. And like I say, when they get their rhythm perfectly right, you can see why both of them are huge maximum hitters.
Have you ever tried throwing with a dart that heavy before, just to have a go?
We've all thrown Ryan's darts. Yeah, it's quite funny. It's a bit like a fairground dart at Christmas handicaps where you play with one heavy one, one light one. And Chizzy has had a couple of bounce outs in this game already, but that 25 will hurt because it doesn't really give him a. Yes, it gives him a 2-darter, but 90's far from a gimme. And Ryan probably thought he's not in this leg of darts, but that last dart at the treble 20 there makes this 90 doubly difficult. That's a surprising way of going. Hence the rain. I don't know if you noticed Ryan's response to that.
65.
Well, the fact that he's just had the bounce out, the first dart at bull nearly bounced out as well. It was hanging by a thread. 20 for tops then for Searle for a double break.
58.
That was even lower than the single 20. Surprising from Ryan Searle that he's not been as clinical there. We're only 2 legs into the game, but Dave Chisnall's average is standing at 73.
17.
He won't be getting any better now.
Any thoughts of Ryan wanting to win all day with 100 averages will be forgotten right now. All he wants to do is get to the final, get past Chizzy. He knows Chizzy's not at the races at the moment, but you've got to capitalise on it right when that's happening, because Chizzy, like a flick of a switch, can come back at any time.
100.
Yeah, you don't want to kind of get embroiled in a game with a player who's not playing well, not averaging anything like he can. Sometimes players can drag themselves into scraps. It's another bounce out for Chizzy.
And what happens there, Dan, is sometimes you then throw the dart a little bit harder because you lose the confidence that the dart isn't going in the dartboard correctly.
180.
And you try to overcompensate it by throwing it just a little bit more harder. And that's when sort of you can become off balance and dropping the darts, and it's all going wrong for Chizzy at the moment.
It's all a little bit slapstick from Chizzy.
40.
Lovely adjustment though to pin the 140.
It's Searle's darts here,
57.
and a trebleless visit there does give some hope for Chizzy. Like I said, he hasn't been anywhere near this game, but this is the moment where he needed 2 trebles, and he's not there.
48.
Not only the criminal thing he's done there is not leave a finish. So Ryan Searle 164 with 6 darts. So let's see what he does with this last one. And it's genuine that he is asking the question there. He's not stalling anything.
124.
Very sensible. Maybe just that couple of seconds there made him realise not to be gung-ho. And he's left his favourite tops, a dart that when you stand behind him, you do not expect him to miss at all.
Tops for a 13-darter straight away. He pins it. I mean, anyone that's watched a bit of darts, particularly Ryan Searle, will know the story that he's basically, I think he's got astigmatism. He can barely see a thing, and people might be bored of hearing it, but it doesn't get any less astonishing how good he is at darts as Chisnall raises the arm in frustration more than anything. It's his second 180, but he's averaging 16 points fewer than Ryan Searle, who's only managed to hit one of them so far. I can tell you, by the way, the other semi-final is Joe Cullen against Dirk van Dijvenbode. That one is 2 apiece, and that looks to be a really high-quality contest over on the other streaming board. Yes. 107 of Cullen taking on 109 of van Dijvenbode.
Yeah, I've commented on the pair of them in the past hour, Dan, and both, I couldn't pick a winner in that game. They were both absolutely sensational. It's the first time I've seen Searle and Chizzy today. This is much better from Chizzy. He's never beaten, but you've got to think, Dan, 4-0 up really, if Ryan Searle just keeps it very, very simple.
41.
Yeah, I think he's conceded this leg. By far Chisnall's best effort so far. He himself gets one at tops, and the comeback has started, but Ryan Searle is more than halfway there. 4 legs out of 7, remember, a slightly extended format in the semi-finals before we go first to 8 in the final, just testing the players that little bit more for them to win the 12 grand prize pot 55. At the end of this. And Chisnall, his scoring is so erratic in this game. For those 180s he scored, there's been loads of 55s, 43s.
140.
Yeah, we've been doing the number crunching before, and you just think that both of them are right on the top of the game. I mean, that's an astonishing stat from Searle, that he's hit 100 average in every game. I can't tell you when you talk about consistency how difficult that is. Just look at the way he brings that dart, that full extension of the arm all the way back to the face to give that momentum of the arm to lift and get the trajectory that you need for that dart. For Chizzy, he needs that purple patch and maybe a 1-7. Oh my. Oh my.
That happened in his game against Josh Rock, where he had 2 darts in the treble 19. Both of them bounced out. I mean, it's not happening to Ryan Searle, so is there a problem with his equipment? Is it the technique of the throw?
My notes are saying the same. It's not happening to Searle, so that's the only thing Chizzy will be thinking right now. But my only worry for Chizzy is that all of a sudden then you try to throw the dart hard. Maybe his points just need just a little bit of buffering, just a little, you know, just a little roughening up.
Game shot.
Ryan Searle offers no comfort to Dave Chisnall. He's made it 5-1. Chisnall whitewashed Krzysztof Kachuk last time with a 104 average, and Ryan Searle could win this one by a 6-leg advantage as well. A long way back. I've noticed those darts that are going in the treble 20, they're wobbling a bit. Even the ones that are staying in are there precariously.
60.
Yeah. You'll feel like the world's against you when that's happening, but that was I mean, the 171 was in. We said he needed a spark, he needed a moment, 46. And that 171 could have been. And then when you see 2 of them fall out like that, I mean, for Ryan Searle, he might sort of say, I'm really sorry, etc. But inside, you're like, come on, maybe, you know, because you just want to get to a final. You know, like I said, he could be the first multiple winner of 2023. It's 56. Really, really tough to win one of these Players' Championships now in this environment. Honestly, it's like a totally different game in front of the TV lights and the big majors, and that's why you see usually it's it's the same name sort of winning these 128 players. There's not an awful lot of difference between their A games between all 1 and 1, to 1 to 8.
And there's no room for sentiment, and Ryan Searle is punishing Dave Chisnall.
107.
Well, that'll hurt Dave Chisnall, the fact that Ryan Searle's 3rd dart wobbled a bit, but it stayed in. The world probably is against Dave Chisnall right now.
Well, these darts, like you said, they were going in at a funny act. These are going in absolutely beautifully. So maybe it's just the point of when he's releasing these darts, but he's been absolutely sensational today, Chizzy. And I said in my last game where it gets to a stage when you look at the quarterfinals, you see Chizzy's name in. He's one of them players who gets better as the day goes on. And this 4-4 will give him some hope, some possibilities. Because, like I say, he's a huge outsider now, because all he'll listen to now is what we're listening to, and that's exactly what you want. You want to hear a trebleless visit. But he has to fill this up. One of his usual 180s would be nice at this stage.
121.
It's almost like if he throws the first dart in the treble 20, he's aiming for the other side of the treble 20 bed. That's probably why the second one went into the 1 segment. Ryan Searle slams in a max of his own.
I like the look of the points on Ryan Searle. They seem like they really suit the balance of the dart, don't they?
60.
It's a very traditional point with Chizzy. This looks a lot more aggressive, this point, if you see it. It looks quite thin, the way his darts are
43.
going in. But yeah, it's when you throw them, it is quite funny. You think, how on earth can he do it? But it's all with that pullback, all that momentum in his arm to give that catapult feel of
122.
throwing that dart. But Chizzy's fighting back. It's not over just yet, but if I was a betting man, it's Searle was a big favourite right now.
Yeah, this has been Ryan Searle's lowest average performance today by quite some distance. He's only averaging 93, but he still looks comfortable enough. 160 is a difficult one, but for a player like Ryan Searle, who does love tops, he would fancy his chances. It's not going to go on this occasion. So Chisnall perhaps for a break.
Will it stay? Well, options now. 2 tops maybe. There's 1. Is this the moment? Is this the moment for Dave Chisnall? He was never in this game. He's had bounce out. He's had been unlucky. The scores haven't been there. But remember them darts, because at 6-2 down, it would have been virtually impossible. At 5-3, hold your own dart at 5-4. It will make Ryan Searle think Chizzy is back in this match.
140.
Well, it's been a real rollercoaster of a game, this, for Dave Chisnall. There have been the low points of the bounce outs, particularly the one on treble 19 where
48.
he lost 114 points pretty much to the floor, but sprinkled within that has been some real quality stuff. And now Ryan Searle might be feeling the pressure. A couple of 2 treble visits for Dave Chisnall, and all of a sudden Searle is playing catch-up in this leg.
Yeah, I think we put the mockers on this one before the final last night. We said this is going to be a fantastic game. It was over and done within 9 legs, this one. But these are the types of game I've been spoilt today, Dan, with some incredible games. The pace of the players, the styles, the accuracy. It's just been an absolute joy to watch. But this is real match play. This is, you know, that you can feel the nerves down in this one, because they know what the implications are. To reach a final and get that opportunity, that 12 grand, it opens other avenues then.
30.
World match play, you know, your Pro Tour rankings already. Then you start looking at your order of merit. So it's a big, big game.
134.
Yeah, these tournaments are the building blocks for any sort of TV success, TV appearances. Chisnall going for 100. Does it the standard way this time. He's loving tops right now, Dave Chisnall, and Ryan Searle leads now only by 1 leg. His 4-leg advantage has been nearly wiped out.
That's how good these players are now. Now it's about mindset. Now it's about how positive you are, because Ryan Searle head could easily go down now, because he's thinking, I'll tell you what, that's only just in. His head hasn't gone down with that 140.
Well, I thought
again,
Chisnall
if this is a trebleless visit, but that's a good dart there.
I thought Chisnall was going to sprint to collect those darts that were hanging in the 19 then. Still a little bit erratic from Dave Chisnall. It seems to be worse, 39. This problem with the points on the treble 19. Just wondering maybe whether he might decide to switch to the 18s or the 17s.
Yeah, sometimes you're not thinking right now. That's, you know, you practice so much. As soon as you see a number, you practice so much, and he'll think from 347 or 180 would have left the 167. But fair play to Ryan Searle. It was all of a sudden being against him. He's doing exactly what he needs to, and he's going to be leaving his beloved tops again, which is he all the way back on 247.
Yeah, he didn't need to go for the champagne bull double 16 shot then. Chisnall is away behind. He's got 6 at tops now. Surely going to be only one outcome. Indeed it is, and Ryan Searle 1 leg away from a second final of 2023. Teeth gritted from heavy metal.
Yeah, and I like that. He doesn't say shows a lot of respect as Ryan Searle, but you don't get anywhere in this game unless you've got that grit, that desire. A lot of it's internal, but you can see by his facial mannerisms there that every dart is meaning something. Because rest assured the blood will be pumping through his body now. But he's been there, and when you've been there and done it and you've won competitions, you know how to do it. It does become easier. And right now he's already a proven winner, and now it's just a case of getting over that winning line. And right now with darts like that, you've got to say that could be imminent.
Sprinting to the finish, Searle leads the 180 count in potentially the last leg. Joe Cullen and Dirk van Dijvenbode looks like a cracker, both averaging virtually identical 98s. It's 5 apiece.
50 Sam.
Yeah, it's no surprise to me with the semi-finals can sometimes be a little bit more cagey, because you do have that one eye on being in the final. Chizzy has eyes on the 164 there, but he's just gone either side.
66 scored.
98 left for Chisnall.
What a way to finish this would be.
86.
167. The second highest finish you can do in darts. Not this time.
Well, Searle smashed in a 161 in the opening leg against Mike Kijvenhoven last time out, and it set the tone really for his performance throughout. Tops required to prolong this contest.
58.
Do you fancy this, Dan? You look at the 19s. And it's 2 darts at 10s. And there it is, as easy as that for Ryan Searle. The fist pump tells you exactly what you need to know for Chizzy. He'll be looking back and thinking what was going on with all those bounce outs, because he had opportunities early doors, but magnanimous in defeat as always is Dave Chisnall, one of the good guys. But Ryan Searle, a proven winner And there's the stats right in front of you. Look at the checkout success of these elite players. 7 from 11 for Ryan Searle is the thing that stands out to me. His first time he has an average over 100. Will he care about that? Will he not? That was a fantastic performance. He's in the final. It's job done for Ryan Searle. Who will he be playing? Join us and don't miss that final.